So the first thing that we are going to talk about today is a very, very important concept, but and very, very important for our health too. If we don't follow these rules that are mentioned in the compatible and incompatible foods list, it can cause a lot of diseases. It can cause things like ama, which we will talk about today. And it's very important to follow these rules in our day-to-day life. It may seem very, what will happen if I if I mix milk with a certain fruit? But actually a lot can happen in your body, which we will learn about today. So this is about incompatible foods. Virutham apicha aharam vidyat vishama garobamam. That means any food that is incompatible is almost like a poison, like a gara. Gara visha means a slow poison. If you eat viruddha food, whenever Ayurveda is a Sanskrit. Ayurveda is written in Sanskrit, and Sanskrit is more or less and it's written in verses, like more or less like a poem. So whenever there's a poem, there's always this. There's always this. Whenever there's a poem, what happens? There's always some drama in it. So sometimes it may not really mean poison where you just die of it. It can also, like, say for example, there are certain things like somebody who has grida every day will not have any diseases in his life. This is one way of telling one shloka in Ayurveda. So is it really true? Like, it is dramatic, but the idea is you have to have ghee every day. It is very good for keeping diseases at bay, something like that. So here what we are saying is any food that causes an increase of doshas but does not expel the doshas of the body is called viruddha. So what happens in panchakarma treatments and purificated treatments is that we are actually creating an increase of doshas and they are expelled and pushed out of the body. But in case of are you able to see me? But in case of viruddha, what happens is the dosha is increased, but it is not expelled from the body, and it is staying there and it is accumulating there. Okay. So in viruddha ahara, the food causes only increase of dosha and not expelled out, and hence leading to toxic symptoms. So that is called viruddha ahara or incompatible food. So we will have to remember this word viruddha, because in future when we talk about incompatible foods, we may say viruddha ahara, viruddha. So you just get comfortable with these Sanskrit terms and start incorporating. Next time somebody has sour fruits and milk, say that it's viruddhas instead of saying incompatible. So you get used to these Sanskrit terms as well. Now, examples of viruddhahara. Anupamamsa. Anupamamsa means mamsa or flesh of animals that live in cold places, or flesh of animals that live near a water body. It's called anupamamsa. So it has more of kapha predominance. Anupamamsa with green gram or honey or milk or germinated grains. So most of the mamsa with green gram, honey, milk and germinated grains. This is one example of viruddha ahara. Second one is fish plus jaggery or radish. Fish plus milk. All sour substances and milk. This includes most of the fruits. Sour fruits and milk, horse gram or foxtail millet, which is called tina, plus milk. Drinking milk after eating green leafy vegetables or radish. Even after eating, it's viruddha. Pork plus porcupine meat. Pipili plus oil in which fish is cooked. Bhallataka plus heating foods. Bhallataka, if you remember, just refresh your memory. What did you learn about bhallataka? It is the ultimate medicine for kapha. It can scrape kapha off, and it has to be purified before we use it. And it is one of the ingredient of certain um, kashayams of Ayurveda, like Varanadi kashayam, etc. So Phallataka plus heating foods. Because Phallataka is Varanadi kashayam. Phallataka plus heating foods. Chicken or deer meat plus curd, uncooked meat, radish plus green gram, monkey jackfruit, which we saw, right? If you remember, just refresh your memory. What did we study about monkey jackfruit? The thing that a fruit that you should never consume is called monkey jackfruit or lakucha, plus black gram, urad dal, and banana plus buttermilk, curd plus toddy palm fruit, pipili or maricha plus honey and jaggery, kagamachi, which is Indian nightshade, plus jaggery or fish or ginger. Ghee kept in a bronze vessel. Bronze is basically a copper alloy. For more than 10 days, it's Virutha. Again, more Virutha ahara, which are gunja seeds, Abrus precatorius, cooked in buttermilk, milk and alcohol and krishra. Krishra, if you remember, if you know, krishra is actually a variation of khichdi. So we don't have khichdi in Ayurveda, we have krishra in Ayurveda, and it is made up of rice and moong dal. And so that is krishra. And equal quantities of these 2 or 3 mixed together, honey plus ghee, honey plus taila, honey plus vasa, honey plus meat, or ghee plus honey, ghee plus taila, any of these two mixed together in equal quantities. Honey plus ghee in equal quantities should not be consumed even with water. Honey plus ghee in equal quantities should not be consumed. Honey plus lotus seed, honey plus alcohol. Honey plus alcohol, Malabar spinach plus sesame seeds, mushroom plus mustard oil, turmeric plus mustard oil. Okay. Spinach and sesame seeds, if you mix, it can cause diarrhea. And bird meat plus wine from dates or green gram. Bird meat plus pork is not great. Peacock meat, partridge meat, lizard, quail meat, cooked in castor oil or firewood made from castor oil plant. Haridra meat with fried in turmeric and consumed with honey is also fatal. Virutha. So in Panchakarma treatment also, this is what I said before. Dosha is increased and then expelled from the body. But in the case of Virutha, the dosha is not expelled, it stays in your system. And if somebody takes incompatible food, what is the treatment? Treatment is the basic treatments. Treatment with food, treatment with medicine, which is Shamana treatment. Second is treatment, which is called purification, which is Panchakarma. And in acute cases means all of a sudden somebody is falling ill because they are having this. Health should be restored quickly by using food that has opposite qualities to that of incompatible foods. So if it was an Ushna food, you give a cold food. If it was a hard food, you give a soft food, things like that. So that is about the treatment. So if you see the kind of treatment and everything that Ayurveda mentions, you realize that, having that Viruddha Ahara is something very, very bad for your body. And after this, after learning this chapter, you will not have anything which is a Viruddha, because you will learn a lot about it. Okay. Who can stand incompatible food? That also Ayurveda is mentioning. Some people can stand incompatible food, or Viruddha Ahara, and they can eat anything. And these people are the people who exercises regularly, who habitually consumes food with good fats added to it, somebody with good agni, young people, people with good strength, and satmya by habit. So, any food that you have been eating for a very long time, which your parents, which your mother has fed you, that food is satmya for you, it's a habit for you. Okay. And by habit, it becomes satmya. So somebody who is mixing, say for example, curd and chicken. Chicken is mostly like marinated with curd. So somebody is eating curd and chicken for the longest time. From birth, they've been given this curd and chicken, and they may have, even having biryani with the raita, which is again curd, right? So all these things, if they are habitually doing this and they have done this for a very long time, what happens is their body get accustomed to it, and it becomes atmya or hita for them. So that is how something gets habit. So most of the times, the habit does not create problem. Still, in certain cases, it can create problem, which we will come to in the coming slides. So overall, people who have these qualities, they can stand incompatible food. Now, Satmikarana, or getting accustomed. How to get somebody accustomed? Say something, maybe this is something which you have to get accustomed to because your full family, entire family has been having it, and you want somebody to get accustomed to it. Then what you should do? If one is accustomed to consuming incompatible food, and should be, so how we will remove the Virutha, that is what we are saying right now. How we will remove that thing from their diet. It has, since somebody has been having this for a very long time, you can't stop it abruptly. You have to wean them off quarter by quarter, gradually. So healthy food should be replaced slowly and gradually. Discontinuing suddenly something you have been having every day will cause adverse effects. So that's what it is mentioned in this one. So this is a little bit about incompatible food and what it causes. So we will talk about incompatible food in the next chapter as well, which we will have in the coming session.